The Town of Huntsville hosted a public meeting on November 24th at the Active Living Center to get input from the public on how to better Muskoka Heritage Place. Director of Community Services and Economic Development, Carrie Lamb, says the one thing she wants to make clear is that they do not want to close that facility.
The goal today is to enhance it. As we heard tonight, all of our municipal facilities run at a subsidy level, if you want to use that term. And what is the subsidy level and what is the right level of subsidy for each of the facilities or each of the assets and the services that are offered in our community? So that's got to be a decision of council in terms of what they'd like to see there. But council speaks for our community. So in that regards, that's why we're trying to open it up to the community as much as possible. The Muskoka Heritage Place itself to operate that, the way that the agreements are is it either has to be a park or it has to be a pioneer village. But what we do in each of those settings, we have so much freedom and ability to make it so much more than it is today. And that's the goal that we're going to get out of this.
A little over 50 people attended the meeting. However, not present were many members of council, which didn't sit well with some residents.
What we really need is the support of council. And looking around, I see one council member here. I see some staff, but I don't see any council members here that are actually paying attention to what we're saying. And I think that's a very disappointing fact.
In response, Lamb says despite the lack of presence, council is very involved in the process behind the scenes through private meetings and workshops with consultants.
I think at this point we do have 9 individuals that sit on council, and they're very busy individuals. At this point, some of them are away for personal reasons, family commitments. We have some who are out of town taking some well-deserved vacation, and some that are dealing with some family out of town. So we have heard from the majority of our councillors. Our council is engaged, and they want to hear from the community, and they want to make sure that moving forward, that we're doing it in the right fashion with the right tax dollars being spent in the right place.
Residents did take the opportunity to offer ideas like real estate agents buying tickets for clients new to the area, getting the schools more involved, having only 1 admission instead of 3, or simply having more promotion available. However, one theme was common: the young people and youth of this community need to get involved.
All these events are great. The Great Pumpkin Trail, very well attended. The Portage Flyer, very well attended. The past 5 years, there's maybe 5 or 6 who actually regularly volunteer for these events. We're going to wear out, we're going to get older, we're going to have families of our own. Who's the next generation to actually take over and help out?
With the first public meeting considered a success, Lamb talks about what's next.
Next steps are for us to work with, the community to work with Lord Cultural Resources. They're going to continue to do some interviews, and in a couple of months they're going to come back to us with an interim report, and that report is going to have some ideas, and they're going to throw those around the community. We're going to have another open meeting like we did tonight, where people can come in and hear what they're going to propose and actually have some discussion about it. And Lord Cultural Resources will do a presentation to council at that time as well.